So I think I wanted to talk about today a little bit of what I've been experiencing the last week and a half. So to just summarize, I've saw myself going down starting to go down into another depth of depression and anxiety, but very similar to the one I experienced in 2024. But whenever I started noticing it, when I started finding that I was having similar situations that I did in 2024, as in my I frontal cortex, but the front of my brain was starting to get fogged up. I wasn't able to write as easily or to partake in activities. I was fumbling with my conversations. I didn't really want to speak because I knew I wasn't going to be clear with my words. Or even be able to string logical sentences together. I took a step back and didn't necessarily despair, but I observed and asked and reflected, okay, what is going on? Why am I acting this? Or why is my body and mind responding in this way? Why am I going into a depressive and anxious state like I did in 2024? And one thing's got me out of it then, and trying to implement those now. And I'm happy to say I'm not totally out of it yet, but I've seen over the last 3 or 4 days a upward trend in my mood and also in my anxiety levels and my depression levels. And before I get into what helped me get out of those, know that there's not a cure-all for depression and anxiety. It's different between people, and it might be for different reasons. So if you try one of these and try it for like a week or two, and you're still just week two, maybe even a month or two, because sometimes you need it, and you find you're still not out of it, keep reflecting on yourself and why you might be in this depressive state, and do more research on your own tendencies and also the tendencies of being a human being. So for me, what I found is that socialization, and especially going out in nature, being more ingrained in nature and also exercising within nature, has helped me calm my body down a little bit, especially the nature part. What I'm finding is that we're almost, as human beings, we have evolved to be outside, be in nature, and over centuries, our relationship with nature has solidified and grown and become so almost indispensable that we actually get mentally ill whenever we're not in nature and experiencing nature. And I don't mean just sitting outside looking at nature, but being a part of it, going inside nature, or to go do your hiking, going on walking trails, going biking through nature, running through nature, walking through it, actually going through. They have in Spanish, they have I'm just going to say a connecting word, a connector that is called pour. And that a lot of times means for, but one of its uses means through. Whenever you use this word, it means you're going through something. You're going, if you're, so city is ciudad, ciudad is the city. So if you say por la ciudad, it means that you're going through the streets of the city, or you're passing through the city. And that's what we got to do in nature, I think, because we are creatures at our base level. And if we aren't intertwining ourselves with our biological natural selves, then we're going to have unfortunate, unhealthy side effects to our mental health. And socialization is another one. I talked about it in the tribal videos, but feeling as though you are part of, have friends that you can call on. Feeling that you're not alone. Of course, you can do this with socialization. What I found too that has helped me a lot is being able to meditate and understand that I am connected with this world, and that I'm never lonely because I have this world that I'm a part of, that I am this world. I have been evolved to be part of this world through generations of human beings. I haven't really been able. Wipe that. Meditation has helped me detach myself from my emotions to fully recognize how intertwined I am with everything around me. And that's one way to kind of shift the perspective of not being lonely anymore. But another one is actually having a group that you can be a part of. So starting to go out and socialize, or starting to go to do different sports like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you don't like that, doing something like chess, doing get-togethers, doing little hikes, doing. I know in Austin they had what's it called? Video game design, video game coding, and programming groups that would get together. Things like this, finding your niche and going into them and being able to connect with people. That's one other way that you're able to shed some of that loneliness away. So for me, these two things have been such a help and have supported me so much. And hopefully in another week, I can start getting into more of my average self, where my body doesn't feel so anxious anymore and feels more comfortable with its surroundings. So that's it for me. Thank you for listening, and I will see you tomorrow.